Get the win, man. Cowboys get the win. It was uglier than a pair of Masterpiece sneakers, though. It was definitely ugly. Like, it was ugly, man. It was ugly, but Cowboys do get the win, man. We're going to talk about it for a little bit. If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that share button. And also, make sure you guys hit that star button. We about to get it, man. Let's get it. Let me get up on Instagram real quick. Let me get up on IG, baby. What's up with you, Facebook? All right, bam. Bam, there we go. All right, so let's go, man. Hey, I already know it's gonna be some haters up in here, man. But listen to me. For any Eagles fan or any, that's the only person that'd be able to say something is an Eagles fan. For any Eagles fan that's up in here, just know that this was y'all Detroit's game. You feel me? Because y'all beat the Detroit Lions by a point. So guess what? This was our off game. But I mean, craziness, crazy. We're going to talk about this though. We definitely going to talk about this because this game was a suspenseful, anticlimactic game for no reason. Like, there's no reason for this game to have gone the way it went. You know what I'm saying? We're going to kind of talk about it. We're going to go through everything that's on West Coast's mind to begin with. But you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys must do. First thing you must do is you must hit that share button. So I need everybody right now that's watching, no matter where you're watching it, I need everybody right now to hit that share button. I need everybody to hit that share button right now. Share the content, share the content, share the content, share the content, share the content. I don't know who this is. Hold up real quick. Hello? 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 I don't know who that was. All right, bam. Hey, but share the content, share the content, share the content, share the content, share the content. You feel me? Share the content. But yo, hey, next thing you got to do. Next thing you got to do. There's these thing called stars. What are stars? What? Who the heck is keep calling me, bro? Hello. Yeah, in Corona. Okay, yeah. As soon as I finish loading my truck up, we'll be on our way. I wouldn't have the what? Probably about 2:30. Okay. All right. It's raining, so I'll keep you updated. Man, that wasn't. Hell no, that was money calling. That's who that was. Y'all know I got a pallet company, man. So hey, man. So we got 40 minutes. So let's get it. So yo, man, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's your boy West Coast. You guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys got to do. First thing you guys got to do is you got to hit that share button. All right. So I need everybody right now that's under the sound of my voice to hit that share button. All right, no matter where you're listening at, hit that share button. We're going to be talking fast, so y'all got to listen fast. You feel me? That was a super duper ugly win. Super duper ugly win. But guess what? Cowboys pulled it out, man. Cowboys pulled it out. But yo, let's go. I'm going to go through this real quick, and we're going to get it. Lamont Bryant, hit that star button. My boy Harold Zamora, hit that star button. Ross Dean, hit that star button. Octavia Carter, what's up with you, auntie? Hit that star button. Don't forget, Top Star Givers going home with an autographed CD Lamb card. So make sure you guys hit that star button. L Beezy, what's up with you, L Beezy? What's up with you, my boy? Hit that share button. Hit that star button. Thank you for the compliments on the jacket. I actually designed this jacket myself. They do not. They sell this jacket, but they don't sell it the way I made it. You know what I'm saying? Nashawn Addison, hit that star button. Appreciate you. Max, what's up, Max? Hit that star button. Chad, what's up, Chad? Donsky, DeJarvis, Kalisha Brown, what's up with you, auntie? Donsky, what's up with you? Appreciate everybody that's sliding in and tapping in. Appreciate you, my boy Derek, Kevon Walker, what's up with you? Hey, I need everybody to have to run the damn ball hats on, man. Like, I need everybody to have a run. Hey, you look at this jacket. I designed this, though. Look at this. I got the super patches on this one. You feel me? Super Bowl patches. Then I got the other ones right here. I got Landry Super Bowls on this arm. You feel me? I got Landry Super Bowl with his hat right here. These are his two Super Bowls. Then I got Jimmy's two, and then Barry's one. And then I got on the back. Hey, look at the back. Hey, say, man. Ain't nobody doing it like West Coast, man. You see my name? Did you see my name on the back? Yeah, that's me. But yeah, let's get it, man. So yo, Cowboys get the ugly Master P Eagles girlfriend look-alike win. You feel me? It was absolutely ugly. Absolutely ugly. But I will say one thing. I know for a fact every single person that is watching right now. What's up, Devin, with the big boy stars? What's up, Devin? I see you, boy. Hey, listen. I know every single person right now. I want to know right now, how many times did you scream, or run the damn ball? I need to know. Run the damn ball hats on sale, $25. Let's get them. I want to know right now, how many times did you scream, run the damn ball? I want to know. I want to know how many times. And I want you guys to we can all admit that what? Kellen Moore, your offensive coordinator, does not want to run the damn ball, bro. He don't, bro. Appreciate you for the compliments on the jacket. He don't. He does not want to. That is not his nature. That is not something. It's like what Drake said. It's just something uncomfortable, something he just really doesn't like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, Miss Allen said she said it 100 times. I heard that. But yeah, Kellen Moore does not want to run the damn ball. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. We can all clearly see that in that second half, someone got into Kellen Moore in that halftime. Someone talked to Kellen Moore and got a plug in his ear and made this young man run a damn football. Like if anything was clear, that was for sure. Because Kellen Moore came out in that second half of that game and literally ran the ball 9 straight times. Now we didn't score because man, the play calling was just like almost sabotages. You know what I'm saying? Like it almost felt like there was times where Kellen Moore was trying to sabotage his offense. Like Kellen Moore is just not a good offensive coordinator, bro. Like he is not a good offensive coordinator. But you know what? Salute to your stars. Salute to the Dallas Cowboys stars, the players who came to come up in big. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Your quarterback, right now, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Your quarterback had 2 interceptions tonight. One was a bad throw. One was a bad throw. One, I will say, that was a bad throw. But then the tip, the Noah Brown tip, that was ugly. You know what I'm saying? Noah, you got to bring that in. Dak Prescott, 24 of 39 passing attempts. 39 passing attempts. Like, we all know that's not where we want our quarterback. Now, the Dallas Cowboys did run the ball 31 times. Salute for them for understanding pound game. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Cowboys, man, we gotta stick to our identity and what is good for us. And that is running the damn football. Dak Prescott, 24-39, 284 yards, average 7.3 yards per carry. I mean, per play. One touchdown, one interception, 2 interceptions, and he had the one sack. He had a 70.9% rating tonight. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, we all agree this was not Dak's best, not one of Dak's best game from Dak Prescott. This was not an overall good game from him. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. One thing I appreciate about my quarterback is this: when it's winning time, and Dak is gonna give you what it is. 98 yards, bruh. 98 yards. 98 yards, and the Dallas Cowboys walked down the field to put themselves in position to win this game, man. 98 yards, 11 plays, 2 minutes and 39 seconds. And your offense walks down the field and puts them in position for Ezekiel to run it in. Phenomenal, man. Like, to be honest with you, man, this is what I teach my teams, man. It's all about having resilience. It's all about having resilience. The reason why I say it's all about having resilience is because you know what? Even Dak, you know, you going to have to fight through some things because guess what? There were times where it was way more obvious to run the ball than it was to pass the ball. And guess what? We're still trying to force passes in there. Like Kellen Moore has to understand, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. I know there's people gonna say, "Listen, against a 1-11 team, yes, but you could have lost. You could have lost. Like, what would have been the difference? You could have lost. You're absolutely right. This was not the Dallas Cowboys' best showings. Absolutely right. Absolutely. I am literally only happy about the fact that we won. Period. I'm also happy about the fact that the Dallas Cowboys at the final end of that game put it away. Like 2 minutes and 48 seconds, man. The Cowboys understood we got to have some plays to simulate to get us down to the end zone, and that's what the Dallas Cowboys did. Shout out to my boy Devin with the 1,000 stars. Don't forget, top star giver today is going home with an autographed CD Lamb card. Like, we understand it was the Texans. We understand it was the Texans. Like, we understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell y'all this right now. When we beat the brakes off of the Minnesota Vikings, y'all said that there was this and that. So it's like a hater ain't going to give us credit for anything we do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even reading those comments nor paying attention to those comments because a hater's not going to give us if you don't like the Cowboys, you're not going to give us any credit anyway. Like, you've not given us credit for anything we've done all year. So it doesn't blame that's not going to knock me that you're not going to give me credit today. I'm not tripping. I would rather you be saying that we did all that versus a 1-11 team than to hear your mouth saying that we lost to a 1-11 team, and that's just a fact. So guess what? In my mind, a win is a win. I'll take it. Carl Brown, bro, we need a game like this to prevent any lackluster of these last games. I've been seeing many Super Bowl teams that have these types of games in the last games of the season. I mean, that's a great point, but I mean, at some point, though, you also want to be able to just go out there and handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys got to be able to handle their business. Like, we got to be able to handle our business. Shout out real quick. We had some firsts tonight. Terrence Steele, I haven't gotten an update on Terrence Steele, your tackle who got hurt, but the Cowboys put Peters over there, and it looked nice. Like, Jason Peters was slanging them like crack. He had that shit on. Jason Peters looked nice at that tackle. And I'm going to tell you this right now. To think that Tyron Smith is about to come back. So that means Josh Ball, who was getting his ass whipped all up and down the field. I'm just keep it real with you. Josh Ball not a good tackle. He would get his ass whipped all up and down the field. Like, it just was not good. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Tyron Smith will be back this week. Especially with this injury to Terrence Steele. He will for sure be back. But shout out to the Dallas Cowboys having the sheer, like, think about this. This whole season we've been thinking, damn, what's going to happen with Jason Peters? When he going to get some action? When he going to get some action? And guess what? When you needed it, it happened. And guess what? You don't have to replace your tackle who's going to be playing major minutes with some guy who's just average. You get to replace him with a guy who's soon to be Pro Bowler. Not Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer. And that's Jason Peters. Jason Peters, 71, with that blacked out mask, man. I promise you, he looked like a 96 Camaro. He looked like a 96 Camaro. He looked like a 96 Camaro with that black visor on. You know what I'm saying? Creeping down the street, wondering why he getting pulled over. Like, you can't see nothing in that visor. But my boy Jason Peters did his thing today, man. He did his thing today. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you who else who had a Redemption Island today game, who redeemed themselves. Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr ass was in the dog pen too, man. I'm gonna eat an M&M on that. Anthony Barr had made 2 plays tonight. Like, Anthony Barr was out there. Donnie Damie preached. He says, regardless of what the record is, they're still a professional team. You absolutely right, Donnie. You absolutely right. Y'all got exposed today. Listen to me. If we got exposed, then the Eagles got exposed 2 weeks ago when they beat the Lions by a point. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if we got exposed. Who cares? If you're watching football and you don't know by now the Cowboys can't stop the run, you're an idiot. Like, bruh, what is you talking about? What did we get exposed from? The whole NFL knows that you can run the ball on us. That's why they did it. That's why they did it. Hey, top star giver. But guess what? It doesn't matter no more. It don't matter, because I'm going to tell you this right here. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be the 5th seed in the playoffs. You're not going to catch, even when we beat Philadelphia on Christmas, we're not going to catch them in the record. We're not going to catch them in the record. So the Cowboys will be the 5th seed, so I'm not tripping. Cowboys, honestly, Cowboys need to set themselves up about beating these Eagles in 2 weeks, right? And I'm going to tell you this. There are some things we got to improve, because the running quarterback, I will say this, the running quarterback did did highlight some weakness on the Dallas Cowboys. And Jalen Hurts, he's definitely going to be running the damn ball when he plays us. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Hey, shout out to Deron Moore. You got a big old Hanukkah. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for that. Elijah Pointer. What's up, Elijah? Shout out. Hey, man. Oh, my mama. LVE. I tip my hat to you. Yeah, you did your thing. LVE did his thing today. I'm loading the sound effect back up, y'all. I'm loading him up. LVE, I'm loading him up, y'all. Next week, LVE sound effects will. LVE, don't piss me off now. Don't piss me off, and then I had to take it off. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, LVE, I tip my hat to you, bro. It's official. I tip my hat to you, bro. Hey, sometimes what you need is a whole kick in the ass. And I think LVE over these last couple of weeks, from the media, from West Coast, everybody, we didn't front when he had our foot in his ass. We pulled it out of his ass. And guess what? Young man's been out there making plays. Salute to them. Also, I'm going to tell you this right now. Our linebackers both, between Anthony Barr and Damone Clark, they both have skill sets that are very differently between the two of them, that highlight what their skill sets are and the things that they do best. The key ingredient to these linebacking rooms is Dan Quinn knowing when to have which on the field. Because there were times where I wanted to kill Anthony Barr. And then there were times where I was like, if you're short on your rent, I can't pay the whole thing, but I'll give you $50. There were times in this game where I wanted to kill LVE, but then there were times in this game where I'm like, I'm going to the store, LVE, 7-Eleven, Walmart right down the street. You know I hate going to Walmart, but if you need anything from Walmart, I got you. I'll stop by if you need me to. You need to pick you up a neck roll or something? Nothing? Because I know your neck long. You need a neck pillow? Nothing? All right. You know what I'm saying? So the key ingredient really for Dan Quinn is understanding when to play both. Like literally, we got to treat our linebackers like our running backs. Like we got to treat our linebackers like our running backs. We got to treat our linebackers like our running backs. You got to know when to use one and when to use the other. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the key ingredient when it comes to these linebackers. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Like literally, like there were times where I wanted to kill both of them. Like I'm going to strangle both y'all ass. Then there was time when I was like, come here, let me hold you. You know what I'm saying? Dalton Schultz, we had a moment tonight too. Because Dalton, you almost pissed me off, man. Now you almost, yeah, Dalton, you know what I'm saying? Dalton, you almost pissed me off, man. Dropping them motherfucking balls, man. You know what I'm saying? Dalton, you know don't nobody rock harder than me for you, old Stanford boy. But you held your boy down. Hey. You had your boy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they was coming. Yeah, I can. Oh, yeah, West Coast, there goes your $10 million. There goes your $10 million tight end. There goes your $10 million tight end. The love I have for Dalton Schultz is the only proof some of y'all got that I ain't a racist. I'm going to keep it real with you. I hate that West Coast. He's always bringing up race. And they be like, yeah, but I don't know why. Because West Coast love him some Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is the only thing that stops some of y'all from thinking, oh, yeah. West Coast hates all the white players. No, I don't. LVE was just playing really bad at the time. That's all it was. It was a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, Dalton Schultz had 2 drops at the beginning that one of them would have for sure been a touchdown. For sure would have been a touchdown. The other one could have been a walk-in, ooh-op, ooh, you know what I'm saying? dropped him. But my boy Dalton Schultz came back. Salute to my boy Dalton Schultz. Yeah, I'm saying it. Why? Because I know y'all was about to give me hell if he didn't come back. My boy Dalton Schultz came through and made plays for his quarterback, man. Shows you guys why he is a $10 million tight end. Six catches, 87 yards. He would have had a touchdown, but he did have a long of 22. The Dallas Cowboys also threw the ball to Dalton Schultz more than anybody today. They targeted him 10 total times. Also, your young rookies did not. Your rookie. This is another reason why I have these disagreements when they be like, our young Ferguson and Hendershot. They could listen. Ferguson and Hendershot are great when we're beating the brakes off somebody. But listen to me, when I'm fighting, listen to me. When I'm fighting a dude that's the same size as me, my sons, they can get out there with me. Come on. My son's 8 and 6. Come on, get out here with me. Watch daddy whoop on this dude. You feel me? Watch daddy whoop on this dude. But if I'm fighting one of these little youngsters, man, he look buff and shit, hell nah, I'm about to call my homie D.O. Hell yeah, D.O., come here, man. Come here, holla at me one time. Come fight this dude. Like, listen to me. This was a grown man fight tonight, bro, regardless of what the team was. And guess what? The babies didn't catch a pass, bro. But guess who did? Dalton Schultz. Guess who did? Dalton Schultz did. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell Cowboy Nation, man. Like there be fans out there that be really trying to think about the Cowboys gonna walk away from Dalton Schultz. The Cowboys is not walking away from Dalton Schultz. By no means. Not by no means. Shout out to my boy Michael McCoy. Cowboys are not walking away from Dalton Schultz by no means, man. Dalton Schultz tonight was buzzing. And think about this, the dude dropped 2 balls. Still ended up having himself a nice game today with 6 catches, 87 yards, and a 22-yard big catch. Also, I'm going to tell you this right now. Michael Gallup, bruh. Michael Gallup might not be the deep ball threat. Shout out my boy Michael McCoy. Mike, top star giver today, is going home with a autographed CD Lamb. Top star giver's going home with it. Top star giver's going home with it, so make sure you guys hit that star button. It doesn't matter. All right, it says almost lost to it. It says, listen to me. You know what? I ain't worried about that. Dak played terrible. You know what? I will tell you. I'm gonna tell you how this because I'm a real football head, man. I'll tell you this. Dak did play bad. Dak did play bad, except for on the one drive you needed him to. Ain't praise God. And you know what? Sometimes your week gonna be like that. Sometimes you're gonna go to work on Monday and you're gonna suck on Monday. You're gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna figure it out on Tuesday. You're gonna go to work on Tuesday, and you're gonna suck on Tuesday. You're gonna say, damn, Wednesday gonna come. We're gonna be better on Wednesday. Shout out Devin. Then you're gonna go to work on Wednesday, and you're gonna suck on Wednesday. Thursday, you didn't say nobody. You didn't say nothing to nobody. You just kept mind to yourself. But Friday, you got a big old sale that morning and knocked it out the park. Guess what? When it's winning time, that's when winners show up. You feel me? Because when it's winning time, that's when winners show up. See, one thing I love about Dak is Dak understood it's winning time. Yeah, we're going to listen to me. I would rather the media talk about me for almost losing to a bad team for them to say that, hey, we lost to a bad team. Them is 2 totally different conversations. Guess what? I'll take that. You mean the only people that's mad at us right now, the people who bet? Like, think about this. The only people that's mad at the Dallas Cowboys are sports bettors. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So, I mean, outside of that, what's up with your True Vibes? Outside of that, man, I'm going to tell y'all this right here, man. There is going to be games like this, but I'm going to tell you this right here. There are some things that we do need to kind of like look at and pay close attention to because like my guy said over here, bro, we do not, and I don't want to sound repetitive because I am selling these hats that say run the damn ball, but I am going to say this, bro. The Cowboys, we got to get back. We got to run the damn football, man. And not only do we got to run the ball, we got to know when to. Next subject, Kelvin Joseph. What are y'all thoughts? Shout out my boy Delvin with the 1,000 stars. Don't forget, top star givers going home with a autographed CD Lamb CD Lamb card. And then everybody that sends over 2,500 stars will be going home with a run a damn ball hat. So listen, you guys all know. Well, I think you guys have known this for a minute. You guys are smart Cowboy fans. Y'all will rock with West Coast. I told you guys about Kelvin Joseph, man. I said, listen, a lot of you guys were calling for Kelvin Joseph last week. I was telling you guys I did not feel like he was ready. Now, when I say that I don't feel that someone's ready, it doesn't mean that they're never going to be ready, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: I don't believe he was ready at that moment. I don't believe that he's ready for that moment. He says, bro, you always make yourself out to be the know-it-all. You're a fraud as it pertains to your fandom. Hey, Mark, I ain't tripping, Mark. You know what, Mark? My boy Mark calls me a fraud as far as my fandom. This is what I'm going to do, Mark. I'm going to let you believe that, and I'm going to let you stay in the comment box. So this season we can change that. You know what I'm saying? You can change that. I'm gonna show that I can change your opinion. My opinion. I'm gonna change your opinion of me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you a real ass Cowboy fan, ain't no way you ain't gonna rock with me. Because if you a real ass Cowboy fan, you gonna rock with me. I promise you gonna rock with me. So I ain't even gonna block you, bruh. If you ain't a Cowboy fan, I'm gonna block your ass though. But if you a Cowboy fan, like a real ass Cowboy fan, I'm gonna keep you. Because you gonna be a dude that's gonna rock with me. You gonna end up being one of the dudes that rock with me the most. You wanna know why? Because you set standards. I ain't tripping. If I ain't met your standard of fandom yet, it's all good, baby. It's all good. Then I spend way too much money on a team I don't love. I know that. You feel me? But yo, let's get back to it. Kelvin Joseph in his first game as an NFL starter, man. These are my thoughts on Kelvin Joseph. This is what I've always said about Kelvin Joseph. Or any player, bro. This is what I've said about any player that just gets thrust into a starting position. If you ever get put into a starting position and you're not ready, you have to give them the opportunity to do what? Make mistakes. You got to. If I put you in a position and it's by default, meaning you didn't actually beat this guy out. See, like Deron Bland, I can hold him to a higher standard than Kelvin Joseph. You want to know why? Because Deron Bland earned his position. Kelvin Joseph did not earn the position to be on the field today. He did not. Like, he did not. You feel me? He got the position because of what? Default. So, because he got the position by default, you have to give him opportunities for failure. You got to, bro. You got to, because if not, bro, you're gonna screw. You're gonna be overly disappointed. You know what I'm saying? This is what I will say though. I definitely believe I am open to seeing somebody else, but KJ does need more reps. But I am open to seeing somebody else. You want to know why? Because we're 4 games away from going to the playoffs. That's why. So, Mackenzie Alexander, suit him up. Suit him up. You know what I'm saying? Suit him up. He says, Bruss, that's a real response to someone trying to troll you. Respect. Oh, appreciate you, my boy Maine Woods. Appreciate you. Suit him up. Suit him up. Suit him up. You know what I'm saying? Suit him up. My boy said a dub is a dub. You know that. So, yo, next thing. Kelvin Joseph. Yeah, he just needs more reps. Kelvin Joseph just needs more reps. Needs more reps. Now, you know, this is like, you wanted to put him in a position where he could have had a little bit more pass rush, but why? Because when you have good pass rush, it leads to good, deflect. It leads to good defense on the outside by the corners, because the corners are affected by the pass rush. So, today the pass rush was damn near. It was actually not there. Keep it real. They limited how many. This is the way they played the Cowboys. The way the Texans play the Cowboys is the way every team should try to play the Cowboys. The Texans only threw the ball 27 times today. They threw the ball 27 times. And think about this. Even with that 27, they were only 4 points away. You know what I'm saying? But they ran the ball 37 times. 37 times. I'm going to be honest with you, man. For a team that cannot stop the run, I'm going to tell you all this right here. It is very hard. This is a game that the Cowboys could have lost. Why? Because, bro, I couldn't imagine you telling me that a team was going to run the ball 37 times on the Dallas Cowboys with the amount of yards that we're giving up. But I will say this. These were for the most part, I mean, they had a long, Dameon Pierce had a long of 24, but if you take that 24-yard run out, they had 37 rushing attempts, but they only got 114 yards. That's 3.1 yards per carry, damn near under 3 yards per carry. Technically, your defense did their job on the running game. They just got too many goddamn opportunities, bruh. Shout out my boy Michael with the 1,290 stars. It was just too many opportunities. Like, realistically, as far as stopping the run, this was probably your best game. Like, I'm just keeping it all the way up, buck. This was probably your best game stopping the run. This was better. This was probably your best game because 37 attempts at 3.1. That's all. And think about this: they had a long of 24 and a long of 10. So think about this: out of the 114 yards that they had on the game, they got 34 on 2 plays. So I'm gonna tell you this right here: that is about as good as it's gonna get at stopping the run. I'll take that every week. I'll take that every week. You know what I'm saying? My biggest takeaway is this. Your quarterback is a dog. He's a dog, bruh. You want to know why? Because, man, your quarterback struggled and struggled and struggled and made plays and got plays and made plays and this, that. And guess what? When it was time to win, went down, won the game. That's what it is, bro. This is how playoff games are going to be. This is our playoff games. And I'm going to tell you this right now. As much as the Texans had nothing to lose, they can still lose. They can still win 2 more games and still have the number 1 overall pick. Because the next team that's behind them has 3 wins. They only have 1. And a tie. So they can win 2 more games and still get the number 1 overall pick. And I'm going to tell you this right here. It's not really about who you're playing. It's not really about the team you're playing. It's really about the scheme you're playing. This was a team that committed on Monday, we're going to run the ball on the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to run the ball on the Dallas Cowboys. And guess what? They did that. You feel me? Sometimes, guess what? There's going to be times Jimmy G did not play well in that Cowboy playoff game last year. He did not play well at all. But guess what? His team got the win and got the advance. That's what you learned from this game. The team did play down to the event, to the competition, though. I will admit that, too. Dallas Cowboys definitely played down to the competition. Definitely. We played down to the competition today, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Also, not even that we played down to the competition, but it's like we didn't really – there was never a real time except for that final – there was only 2 times in this whole game where we actually exerted our dominance and we were like, F you, we're the better team. On the final play of the game, on the final drive of the game when we just kept on, just smashing it down, and then when we first came out of the second half. When we first came out the second half and we got that ball, bro, and we ran that ball 9 straight times, bro, that was F you. We're going to do what we want to do. We're going to run the damn football. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you the best thing about Zeke and Pollard is that the NFL hates to pay running backs, so you can afford to keep them both. Tony Pollard's going to get franchise tag next year. Tony Pollard today, let's see what he had. Tony Pollard had 10 carries for 42 yards. Zeke had 15 for 62, 41. They both had 1-yard touchdown. They both had a touchdown. Zeke had a 25-yard run, and Tony Pollard had an 18. That was your running attack today. 31 carries, 127, average 4.12 per carries, 2 touchdowns. Longest run of the day of 25 yards. Run the damn ball was definitely in effect. I'm going to tell you this right now. I believe if Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard both get the ball 20 times in this game, bro, this game is totally different. And I think also if we weren't throwing the ball so heavily, Terrence Steele doesn't get hurt. Because, bro, we were just throwing the damn ball. Throwing the damn ball. We just kept doing it over and over, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to just keep it real with you, man. Like, shout out to the Cowboys, man, for just getting it done. I'm going to tell you this. Some things did take advantage of us today. We showed today that the running quarterback can expose Cowboys. Yes, it is. Jeff Driscoll, 7 rushing attempts, 36 yards. He averaged 5.1 yards per carry from the quarterback position. You know what I'm saying? That's just keeping it real. I'm like, Cowboys got to adjust on that. We got to fix that. Dak Prescott had 6 carries today, 23 yards. Also, James Washington, bruh, slap yourself. Like I told y'all, James Washington was not a good wide receiver. Like, come on, bruh. Come on. Come on. Y'all need to learn to trust West Coast. Like, come on, bruh. I get it. Some stuff I know I be crazy on. I know. Some stuff I be crazy on. Y'all can't jump on that bandwagon yet. But come on, bro. I told y'all, bro, Washington was not a good wide receiver. But no, you know what you guys always tell me whenever I hear stuff that y'all can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what y'all always say when y'all don't like what West Coast, y'all say, West Coast, you just hating. You just hating. You hating on him. Yeah, where Iceberg at? Where Iceberg? He told me I was hating on James Washington. You hating on him. Sorry, West Coast, I don't remember you saying that, bro. He's West Coast running backs exposed everybody on defense, all teams. Josh Ball had a bad game. Glad to see we adjusted. We adjusted late. Mort couldn't try giving the tight ends help, but he didn't. Man, Kellen Moore is our offensive coordinator. That's just what it is, man. Like, that's just what it is. Like, I've always said that I felt like Kellen Moore was going to, put us in a bad situation in some game. I just hope this was that game, man. Like, I just hope that this was that game. I definitely hope that this was game. I definitely hope. But at the same time, you also have not even just bad play calling, but you also have bad mismanagement. Like, bro, you left all that damn time on the clock at the end of the game, at the end of the first half, knowing that they were supposed to get the ball back at halftime. Like, you cannot do that with good offenses. You cannot do that with good teams. You can't do that, man. Donovan Wilson, man. Donovan Wilson, all-pro Donovan Wilson, man. Y'all need to just go ahead and call it, bruh. I made a video this week comparing him to Darren Woodson. Everybody got in their feelings. But, yo, man, Donovan Wilson is absolutely balling, bruh. Also, don't forget, Top Star Givers going home with an autographed CD Lamb call. Top Star Givers going home with an autographed CD Lamb card. Clock management was horrible tonight. But shout out to Donovan Wilson, bro. Donovan Wilson's an all-pro. Like, we need to stop saying Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl, you don't get paid off of Pro Bowls. You get paid off of all pros. Like, we need to talk about that. Like, Donovan Wilson is an all-pro, bro. Number 6. My guy absolutely balling out of Texas A&M. Like, he got you a nasty turnover again. Like, he's been a turnover. Like, one thing about Donovan Wilson is he has always found ways to get the ball off. Like, Donovan Wilson is nasty, bro. Like, my guy just got him nice. Also, my boy Dalton shows good job bringing it back. Cowboys started this game off with 3 straight passes, then a run, then proceeded to going back to 2 more straight passes. Cowboys was 5-1 in their first 6 plays, man. We're a pass-first team, man. Like, we're a pass-first team. Like, the Cowboys, like, Dak, there was no reason for Dak Prescott to have to throw the ball 39 times tonight. Like, there was absolutely no reason for it. Absolutely. Like, shout out to my boy Noah Brown with the nasty catch. Shout out to Noah Brown with a nasty catch to keep the Cowboys in line, to get them moving. Hey, this offensive line play, listen, as much shaking up they did on this offensive line, your offensive line played well the offensive line played well. Was able to get 127 yards total. Cowboys made a little bit over 400 yards today. The Eagles had the same struggles that we had against the Texans, because they did. The Eagles didn't blow the Texans out either. Did anyone get hurt? Terrence Steele got hurt. We gotta get checked out on him. Freaking Trevon Diggs came out the game for a little bit. He came out the game for a little bit, but then he went back in the game. He came out and then he went back in the game. I think we're all excited about having Tyron Smith come back this week. Dak Prescott, 24, salute to him. CD Lamb. The Cowboys, I'm going to tell you this right now. CD Lamb, he had 6 balls thrown at him, 33 yards, 5 catches total. I mean, he averaged 6.6 yards per catch today. Cowboys did not do a good job, I believe, of getting him involved in this game. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this right now. That's why I was really, I'm not saying I'm out on James Washington, but I'm more or less on why am I trying to get James Washington involved in the game in November when I can need to get CD Lamb involved? You know what I'm saying? Like, James Washington drops a pass today that I don't believe CD Lamb does. But I'm going to tell you, like, you know, I think our wide receiving core is good. We just need to target our number 1 receiver. Like, we out here trying to figure out if James Washington gonna be able to help us, bro. Like, who cares? James Washington should help us. We should figure out if James Washington does help us by if we can't get the ball to CeeDee Lamb. But we should not be out there trying to target him. No, absolutely not. CeeDee Lamb needs to get the targets, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, you already know this game is backwards when you look at it. And Dalton Schultz has 10 targets, and CeeDee Lamb has 6 targets. Dalton Schultz had 4 targets more than anybody else on this team. Noah Brown had 6. Michael Gallup had 6. CeeDee Lamb had 6. Tony Pollard had 5. Ezekiel Elliott had 5. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we had 1,100 stars. Let's see if we can get to 13,000. Let's see if we can get to 13,000. Don't forget, top star giver today is going home with an autographed CeeDee Lamb card. This is rookie card. Oklahoma card. Kellen Moore is not going anywhere, y'all. Kellen Moore is not going anywhere, bro. Kellen Moore is not going anywhere. You want to know why? Because the Dallas Cowboys are going to give him credit for calling that final drive. And that final drive resulted in the Dallas Cowboys scoring a touchdown and winning the game. So they're going to look at him the same way that we look at other players. Like, listen, yeah, he makes mistakes, but then he figures it out at the end. Like, to be honest with you, I don't know if Kellen Moore needs to go. I just think whatever they did at halftime is what needs to happen. Because, like, I know for a fact somebody said something to him at halftime because Kellen Moore came out and looked like he was scared to pass the ball. Looked like if he passed the ball, he was going to get spanked on the hand. But then Kellen Moore is so extreme. Like, he's either extremely throwing the ball or extremely passing the ball. Because think about this, in the first half, he was not running the ball, right? You can clearly tell that somebody went and told him, boy, you had better throw this ball. You better run the ball, right? So then he comes out in the second half and then he runs the ball 9 straight times. Like, he doesn't understand, like, balance, or like he doesn't understand, like, using the run game to set up the pass game. Like, he just doesn't understand that, man. Because then when he did go out there and run and throw the pass, it wasn't even play action pass. It was straightforward. Ezekiel Elliott stepping up, trying to pick up a block, man. Like, we gotta our play as good as we're running the ball, bro. Our play action should be fire, bruh. And I'm trying to get to 3,000 stars. Don't forget to hit that star button. If you have not got your run the damn ball hat, but you yelled run the damn ball today, I want to know why. Make sure you guys hit that star button, hit that super chat button. Top super chatter is going home with a CeeDee Lamb autograph card. Don't forget to hit it. You know what I'm saying? Where is the deep ball in this offense? It's non-existent right now. To be honest with you, you don't necessarily need it. I mean, the deep ball should, for us, come off the play action. We just choose not to take it. Because Dak should have been tearing their ass up with play action today. Like, it makes no sense, bro. You be running the ball all successful, and then you don't come back with a play action pass. Like, that's dumb, man. They even do that on Madden. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Cowboys, Kellen Moore refuses. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then running back screen. Where are the running back screens that we used to kill on? Where are those? Like, we just don't run them. There are just whole plays in football that we don't run. We don't run sweeps. We don't do it. Like, we just don't do it. We don't run screens. We don't even run Tony Pollard to sweeps where you just toss the ball to him. Toss or sweep. We just don't do it. Everything we do is going to be up the middle, A gap, B gap. That's all we're doing. Everything is up the middle, up the A gap. No, like, there's just no, like, it's amazing. The thing that's amazing to me to Kellen Moore is why does you look so different every week? Like, I'm just curious, Kellen Moore, how do you look different every single week, man? It never looks like we built off what we did last week. How are you so dramatically different, man? And I'm going to tell you this right now. When you get in the playoffs, there's going to be dramatics. There's going to be super ups and super downs. Super ups and super downs. Super downs, then super ups. You got to be able to manage that stuff so you can get on through the next week. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys 10-3 though. Get the win. Tough win this season by far. Moore is very inconsistent. Very George. Very George. Very George. So that other team can predict what is coming next. What you talking about, Carlos? Hey, what's up with you, Brandy? Kellen Moore is too inconsistent with his play callings. Eagles trending up. It's over for the Cowboys. Listen to me. You know what, man? So both Cowboys and Eagles won today. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations. When you get stopped on 4th and goal, Dak should have kept it because they were keying on Zeke that play. I mean, I just think this. If you're going to have a fullback, if you're going to put a tight end on the field to block as a fullback, why not let him block? Like they literally just brought him on the field just so that he could motion out of blocking. Like we needed McEwen to actually block on that play. That's what I don't be understanding. Like, why would you bring in a fullback to run the ball and actually only use the fullback as a decoy? That's stupid. Like, in my opinion, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, Cowboys have to, like, listen to me. Like, there has to be a committed dedication to running the football, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, Kellen Moore has to get this through his brain, bro. He has to get this through his brain. Like, I'm hoping this is the game where Mike McCarthy just cuss his ass out and say, man, stop with the goddamn passing. And that's exactly what it felt like in that second half, because in that second half, he finally figured it out. Okay, maybe I should run the ball. Quick minute for some questions. Hey, y'all, don't forget, Top Star Givers going home with an autographed CD Lamb card. Top Star Givers going home with an autographed CD Lamb card. So make sure you guys hit that star button. Nothing to lose, just having fun, ruin your chances. Okay. Kellen Moore is letting defenses dictate our offense instead of the other way around. Yeah, and then at the same time, he also doesn't take what he's given because, man, when you're running the ball, toting the ball over 7 yards per carry, and you don't use play action pass, that's on you. That's on you. That's you doing that. Um, how are we supposed to run the damn ball when we get out in passing situations? What do you mean get out? I don't get what you mean get out on passing situations. I think Killing Moore mixes up everything game so other teams can't study us and know your game plan. Well, guess what, Carlos? It looks like they don't know the game plan either, though. Like, you can do that, but you got to make sure you have time to practice. Like, you can't be worried about what you believe a team knows about you. You need to be worried about preparing and understanding who you are so you can know exactly who you are. Like, I think this was definitely a playoff environment. I know it wasn't a playoff team, but this was definitely a playoff environment. What's up with you, Chet Lee? Like this was a team that was selling out to beat the Dallas Cowboys. They went for it on fourth down at least 2 times. Let me see. Fourth down. Yeah, they did go for it on fourth down twice. Yeah, they did. They went for it twice on fourth down. Cowboys defense held them to 7 of 15 today, 327 yards. They had defended 13 total drives, bruh. That is a lot, man. The Cowboys defense had to defend 13 drives. 13 different offensive drives, man. That is a lot. That has to come down, man. That has to come down. Like, that has to come down. 13 different drives, man. I don't give a damn who's quarterback. I don't give a damn who's playing. If you give a team 13 times to score on you, bro, they're going to score at least what they scored tonight. And guess what? That doesn't matter if they're the worst team in football or not. That's not going to matter. You think Zeke is getting 1,000 yards? Yeah, he only need like 80 or something like that, like 180 or something. It's not a lot. Dak has to stop making stupid throws. I mean, I think that's every quarterback. Every quarterback has to stop making stupid throws. But I mean, Dak was still 24 of 39. You know what I'm saying? I also think some of these play calling would also help out a little bit too. Imagine losing to the Texans, Dak preparing his post-game letdown face. I mean, you sound like you're not a Cowboy fan, so I ain't tripping. But guess what? He don't got to use that face because we won. Ha! Imagine being someone. Imagine being someone that has to imagine the Cowboys lost today. Imagine that. Imagine having to imagine that the Cowboys lost today because we did it. Imagine that. Imagine having to say, imagine the Cowboys lost because we didn't lose. Like, imagine that. I mean, for the haters, imagine that. Mm, Dak still did his thing. Yeah, he did. Too many turnovers. Kellen Moore has to be balanced. Yes, he does. Anthony did just saying, as a Cowboy fan, I want this team to do a team, but other teams worry about playing. You know what? The Cowboys this week, I mean, you're gonna have to bring up McKenzie, the corner that you just brought in from Minnesota, the second round pick. Like, you know what you're gonna get from Kelvin Joseph. So I don't see why there's no reason why you can't bring him up. You know what I'm saying? Josh Ball is terrible. Yeah, Josh Ball did not do good in a bind today. He did not look good today. Josh Ball looked like what Josh Ball has always looked like through this entire camp and through this entire training preseason. He did not look good at all. Like, Josh Ball hasn't looked good. Like, he hasn't looked good. Jason Peters is gonna have to man that side. Now, he's gonna have to. Let's go. Hey, I got like 2 more minutes. If you haven't already, what's up, Russell Dyer? Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that star button. Top star giver, top super chatter is gonna go home with an autographed CD Lamb card. 10-3, baby. I'll take it. I'll take it too. Ugly win. It's an ugly one. Kelvin Joseph, for the most part, did play bad, but he did have a good play. You know what I'm saying? He did. He didn't play good, but he did have a play. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, and they were hitting today. Yes, they were, Billy. They were hitting today. They was hitting on some. They was hitting today, right? Like, shout out to the Texans, man, for not laying down, bro. Like, because the Houston Texans could have just came here and laid down, bro. Like, they did not lay down. Like, they definitely gave the Dallas Cowboys a fight. And to be honest with you, I'm the type of person where, listen, I'm not going to be preaching blowouts no more. You want to know why? Because blowouts aren't even good for us anyway. Oh, damn. Like blowouts are not good for us anyway. They're not. Blowouts are not good for us anyway. They are not good for us anyway. You want to know why? Because when you blow out teams, you have all this. You want that. We want Dallas Cowboys doing what they did today, fighting and crawling to get everything we want. We don't want this team to take no breaks. No breaks. No breaks. No breaks. No breaks. No days off. No nothing. We don't want any time for complacency to set in. So if I got to win 4 more games like this, I'm not tripping. Because you know what? For the ultimate goal, this is what's best for us. It's best for us to be fighting and crawling into the playoffs. I don't want the number 1 seed. I don't want it. I don't want this coaching staff having to give guys a day off. I don't want it. Like this team was hitting, bruh. This team was hitting. Like you could definitely tell the Texans took this game up a notch because they were hitting. Jacksonville looked good today. Okay, I haven't watched them. I'll go take a look at them. Who'd they play, though? I forget. Shout out to the Cowboys. You're right, Wes. Practice clutch situation. Noah Brown had a clutch catch. He did against the Bengals. Yeah, he did. Noah Brown did his thing. 2 minutes. It's all it took for us to take the win. Yes, it did. That was called resilience. So guess what? If the Cowboys get in this situation again in a game that really, really means something, you can have faith that they can pull it out. Why? Because they did it again. They did it today. Dak had 2 interceptions. Listen to me. Dak didn't play good today. He played good on that final drive of the game. And guess what? That's all you needed. There's a lot of people that did not play well today. But I'm going to tell you, the bastards of the Cowboy Nation, they're only going to pick out their quarterback. The legitimate children of the Cowboy Nation will say, yeah, we can give you a whole list of people that didn't play today. But the bastards, they're definitely only going to bring up their quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. You know what I'm saying? The legitimate children of the Dallas Cowboys, oh, yeah, they'll admit, yeah, Dak Prescott didn't play well today. There's a couple guys that didn't play well today. The team as a whole did not play well today. They did not. But you know what? You needed a drive. You needed a drive. And that's all they needed. You needed Dak to play well for 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and that's what he did. And guess what? If you're a Cowboy fan, when he was doing that, going down that drive, you was rooting for him. See, that's the only thing that's kind of shady about this whole Dak hate is that we all know that when we was down by 3 with 2 minutes left on the clock, you guys were all rooting for this quarterback you're now tearing down, and that's a fact. And guess what? You can be a fake ass Cowboy fan, a fake ass person to be real, and try to admit that that's not what you was doing. I'm not even talking to Eagles fans. I'm talking to only Cowboy fans that's about to hate on their quarterback all week. When we were down by 3 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds, you were saying to the exact same TV that I was, Dak is gonna bring us back, and you know you was. Now, if that messes with your manhood a little bit, that's your fault, not his. That's your fault, not his. Like, that's your fault. That's your fault that messed with your manhood. But let's just be real. When we was on that 2-yard line, there was not one person on this Dallas Cowboy talking about we need to put Cooper Rush in there. Not one person. Every single person that got a star on their head or a star in their heart wanted Dak Prescott on that field. And I'm going to tell you this right now. When we went on that field, everyone that has a star in their heart knew Dak was going to put us in a position. And that's exactly what he did. So, yeah, Dak didn't play well the whole game. You're right. But we can celebrate him for what he did do well, and that is that last drive. He did the exact same thing Tom Brady did last week. Played bad for a whole game and then won it when you needed it to. And guess what? That's life. Like, that's life. Sometimes you might not win it to the final. I'm going to tell you this right now. The dumbest play call of the night is when the Dallas Cowboys decided to do a quarterback sneak on the 1-yard line. Like, that was such a waste of a play. Like, that was just such a waste of a play. So, such a waste of a play. You know what I'm saying? We had 2 drops today. Both of them came by your, Well, they got them both down by Michael Gallup, but I know not Michael Gallup, but Dalton Schultz, but Michael Gallup had 1-2 in the end zone. The NIT almost cost us. Yep, it's about digging deep and getting the dub. Yep, he played well when it doesn't matter, when doesn't have to think. Almost. Okay. He says the team was off today, but we got the dub. Kellen Moore needs to step it up, and the play calling while we need to be so predictable. Big Tex, yeah, but it feels like he put us in that position. Who else do we got to root for? But I like Dak, and it is what it is. Because you know what, Big Tex? He could have not taken you out the position. That's what he could have did. So it doesn't matter if he puts you in the position, because there are quarterbacks that throw interceptions all the time. You know what they do? They walk off the field with their head down. So that's what you need to be grateful for. That's what you need to be grateful for. Because guess what? Sometimes when someone takes you negative, if your bank account is negative $50 and I give you $50, yeah, you might not be up, but you're not negative anymore. That's the mindset you need to think about. So, yeah, you were rooting for him. So it ain't about like, oh, who else did we have? Because guess what? There's a ton of quarterbacks who just throw interceptions, and that's it. That's it. And guess what? They're still your start. They're still quarterbacks. Like, that's just what it is. Like, I threw an interception. What am I supposed to do about it? I see you, Leah. Appreciate you, Leah. We are a soft team. I don't believe the Cowboys are a soft team. This right here shows you that we're not a soft team. Because realistically, the Cowboys could have lost this game, and it wouldn't affect you in the scheme of thing of nothing. Like, no matter what you do, you're still going to be the fifth seed. So there's nothing that would have probably affected this game. But the Cowboys wanted to win this game. They wanted to win this game. They expounded everything they needed to do to win this game. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't think this is – listen, you know what? Don't use adjectives like the word soft or elite, because those are when I hear stuff like that, those are people who don't really play like – just you want to use words that you can actually put a stat to. That's all I'm saying. He says, I like Dak. He said, but you're wrong, Big Tex, for having high expectations unless you're a former Dallas Cowboy quarterback. How can you have higher expectations than the actual person that's doing it? That's what our problem with fans are. Are you a quarterback? If you're not no quarterback coach, how can you have higher expectations than the person that's actually throwing the football? So then that means that you have low expectations for everybody else, because it feels like everybody else had a bad game too, but then your expectations are that he still has to play like a god even when half is off. I mean, you had your starting tackle go down. Your offensive line had to switch. They actually played a really good game versus your run attack. That's not high expectation. That's unachievable expectations. To think that 17 games, someone's going to be perfect every week, that's not right, bro. That's not fair. The exact same thing I told you about Kelvin Joseph. This was his first real game starting. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Every good team right now has an ugly loss. Has an ugly win. Every team in the NFL that is considered good has an ugly win and an ugly loss. Philadelphia, you know who their ugly loss is? To the Commanders. You know who their ugly win was? To the Detroit Lions when they beat them by 1. The Dallas Cowboys, we have what was our ugly win today? What was our ugly loss? Green Bay Packers. Damn, Steele might be done for the year, y'all. Like, that's real. Every single team in the NFL has an ugly win and an ugly loss this year. Every good team. But, yo, I got to go do some deliveries for my company. I will be back on here live later on tonight. I gotta do some deliveries. I will be dropping some content, too, so make sure y'all stay on there. I think you're more within yourself, bro, about Dak. I generally like Dak. He's a real leader on the field. No, I think I'm absolutely right on Dak. I just think y'all have high expectations on Dak. That's just what I think. Like, listen, Dak just put you in. He just went 98 yards to hand the ball off to Zeke for 2 yards, and the first thing you want to say is negative about him. So my question is this: when do you celebrate him then? Because I see when you guys criticize him. That's my only problem. is I feel like you guys spend more time criticizing because I mean, bro, the game has only been off an hour and a half and you guys are already criticizing him. So when do you guys actually take a moment to actually appreciate the things that he does do well? That's my only question. When does that happen? The game's only been off for an hour and you guys are already criticizing him. Like, when do you guys actually praise him for going 98 yards? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Like, do you guys really celebrate the good things he does for 5 minutes and then it's like 45 minutes of he threw 2 interceptions? Yes, but I don't care if he went 98 yards. He threw 2 interceptions. Like, that's my question. When is the moment that you guys appreciate him? Like, you know what I mean? All right, so yo, man, I'm out of here, man. I gotta go do some deliveries, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be dropping mad content all day. You guys already know I will be going live one more time for the day. Top star giver so far is my boy Michael McCleary. He's in top place right now. The top star giver is going home with an autographed CD Lamb card. I will be live once I get back here, and I will be dropping a ton of content today. So make sure that you guys support it. You guys already know what it is. Never look down because the stars are up. Peace. Hey,